Hello dreamers, welcome back on my channel. Today I want to tell you how I created this particle effect that I use in my latest short film Animal, both as an effect for some scenes and for the visuals within the trailers. If you haven't already, go and watch Animal on my channel. I assure you it will keep you glued to the screen. Thank you for your support. It's really important to me for the continuation of my work here on YouTube. Let's help the algorithm to make me grow. Many of you ask me to create tutorials that start from Procreate. I have already done something that I leave you below in the description. But very importantly, today with the new update of Dreams, we can use much less Procreate and work directly here. For what we see today, for example, we can do everything here. I'll first create a dark background with a smoke effect. This is to give three-dimensionality to the scene. To create the smoke instead, to make it more believable, I will use a parallax system, but first I have to draw the shape I need. With this gray color, I will take one of my favorite brush, Organic Rainforest, and I draw like this. Much bigger or smaller, a little bit. I try to be careful not to touch the edge of the canvas. Now a little less opacity to blend. Be careful around the edges, even though I already say that. Finish drawing a masterpiece. I can animate the first parallax movement, but I want to decrease the duration of the project a bit. I would say to 15 seconds. Okay. Now with the Move and Scale tool I set keyframes at the beginning and at the end of the timeline. At the final keyframe I move the wall layer to the left. Set a trend curve to linear. With only one layer there is no parallax effect yet. I will have to add more. In the meantime, I'll start duplicating it for the first time. I want this shape to move faster, so at the beginning of the timeline, I'll move it a little to the right. With just two elements, I get a very interesting parallax effect. It almost looks like there's smoke down there. You know I like details. I'm going to duplicate again, but this time I'm going back to compose mode and I'm going to enlarge the layer a lot, until it covers the screen. I told you I'm going. The more I zoom in on the layer, the faster it will appear to move, which emphasizes the parallax effect. Next step, to increase the depth of the scene, change the opacity directly on the layers. The deepest level we try with 20%. For the one in the middle, let's set 50%. The foreground layer instead serves to create diffusion in the scene. For this reason, I will hide it almost completely. Even in this case, let's try with 20%. Okay, I need to increase the opacity of the background layer a little. Let's try with 30%. Parallax effect work better. We can finally add the particles. I will insert them between the most foreground layer and the middle one. Let's make a new drawing. As a color I take orange, even if we can obviously use a different to create a more magical effect, for example. As a brush, I take inking and I choose Tinderbox. This brush allows me to have jagged edges and draw a dot. I now finish drawing and fill the track. Now let's do the animation right away. Pay close attention because we need to zoom in on the project as much as possible and bring the particle all the way to the right. Now let's move to performance mode. I will have to move the layer completely to the other side. The movement will be to the left, and in the meantime we will have to draw some waves. I don't see anything. You? I think the Savage team should put the cage that contains the layer in this mode too. Otherwise, I understand, it could be difficult. But have faith, at some point the particle will pass in front of the screen. But now comes the best part, because you are probably wondering why I made an animation like this. In compose mode, duplicate the layer, for example. I move forward in the timeline until the particle appears on the screen. At this point, for example, I zoom out and move up. This way, without having to repeat the performed animation, create a parallax effect where the smaller particle appears to move more slowly. Same thing in reverse. I duplicate the layer again, bring it above, and this time I enlarge it at this point. At this point, enlarge the shape, move down a little less, here. As you see, the particle pass much faster, creating a further parallax effect. This gives real depth to the scene. Do you understand now why I created that animation so far from the scene frame at the beginning? This gives me the ability to have greater versatility for the particles, whether they are far from the foreground or closer. Here, for example, I'm making another one to give more parallax to the scene by changing the size and position a little. Now I want to increase the number and randomness of particles. First step, I group all the created ones. I'm still in compose mode. I want to cut the group a bit, but to do that I want the animations to start more or less at this point. So if I have to move them on the timeline, I won't have any problems. I don't want to have the risk of there being elements that suddenly appear. Same thing obviously on the other side. And I'll cut here. I'm duplicating the group because I want to create an effect that lasts for the entire duration of the timeline first. Then we'll think about giving it more randomness. Don't worry about how many groups you make. With the new Dreams update you can group everything and turn it into a single flipbook. I haven't made any changes to the randomness of the effect yet, but it's already very interesting. To do this, for example, I can decide to move a group a little higher up. One lower, down or up for now. If you decide to move them a little to the right and left, be careful that there are no particles that suddenly appear. The more I add, the more interesting the effect will be. Really interesting, what do you think? We can also try to shrink the whole group for other solutions. I would say it's still okay because the particles at this point are still out of the scene. And I would also say at the end at this point. Okay. I can then further duplicate the groups. Try to create randomness by placing the groups at different points in the timeline. In short, you can have fun adding as many as you want for a truly intense effect. Let's move on to doing some compositing to make the scene more scenic. In the meantime, I group all the particles, duplicate the whole group, I add a blur filter, not too much, set as a blending mode to add, it already stands out much more. On top of all the layers I add the vignette effect. Finally, with the selection tool I can create a layer simply using the lasso. I will do definitely a full tutorial for these things as well later because adding effects, filters, etc. can significantly change your projects for the better. I add the blur filter, 100% of amount, and very quickly these effects give greater three-dimensionality to the scene. I lower the opacity a little because the effect is too heavy. Okay, I think now better. I add one last detail, a light source at this point. I choose a orange color, selection tool, and fill. Now I can blur again, 100%, and move here. A little less of opacity. In short, those fire particles are coming from somewhere, maybe something is burning there. Well dreamers, we have reached the end of another fantastic tutorial. I recommend you do some exercise on this type of effect because I'm sure it will be useful in your projects. Ask me in the comments if something is not clear to you. I remind you to go and see my short film Animal. It would be really important to me. Thank you so much for watching and